Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes,
the sprawling metropolis of
Well, guys, the All-Star.
Huge moment for Che. Thank you for that, David.
Well, you have to be happy that Che was selected. He's earned it with his play. Any argument against this selection, it feels hollow to me.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Hart is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot. And for Dallas, they've got Enes Kanter. Luka Doncic out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at small forward. All-star right around the corner, Brent. Commissioner Silver has been outspoken calling the event an afterthought. He says it's not working. What do you think?
Well, there's an interesting quote last year that he had about the game saying we're putting an earring on the pig with some of the tweaks that they've made for the All-Star game. We have the draft over the past couple years, so we're not doing East-West anymore, which is what we traditionally grew up with. The events on Saturday seem to be a little bit stale. So it's been an interesting thought that Adam Silver might have a mid-season tournament for the NBA, which would be, I think, pretty awesome because the level of competition for that, what are you earning if you win the mid-season tournament? This is adopting a lot of the Premier League soccer model, but what if you were to guarantee yourself that you had a 3 seed or higher if you won the mid-season tournament, or a guaranteed spot in the playoffs with home court advantage if you won the mid-season tournament? So having a competition like that, or a tournament, Kevin, just elevates competition.
What if you took the top 3 off of these teams? You have 3-on-3 tournaments.
That could be interesting too, but I think this is still something league-wide. You're going to have to involve all of the teams in some way and get away from what it is people have complained about with regards to the All-Star game and it being an exhibition of things that have just grown a little bit tiresome.
And George gets it to go. All-Star rosters were announced recently. A lot of fans, Greg, were delighted to see Che named to the team. A huge moment for him.
You have to be happy for Che making the All-Star team. I mean, he's earned it with his play, and this is just another feather in his cap. Wasn't an easy road to the NBA for him, but he is definitely one of the elite players in our league.
The 10-footer misses off the left iron.
A bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far.
It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
He's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
For New Orleans, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
And New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
Pelicans still look like they're getting going. It's a 5-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
Here's Ball after the made shot from George. Ingram outside. Stolen by George. Here's Doncic. That ball's nice feed that time from George.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
A different look for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Curry subbed in for Luka Doncic. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Okafor is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Hayes comes in for Williamson. Drew Holiday is checked in for Josh Hart. And it's Adams in for Ball. And a deep three from George. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Ingram finds Holiday. Adams in the corner. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by George. And so George will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
Well, easy to be efficient, Greg, on nights like that when everybody has things going. Let's see if they're still in the rhythm tonight.
And here is Adams following the three from George. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Adams has got his second bucket.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, I don't think he even sees a taller defender out there, just a gifted scorer.
Hardaway with the steal. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
Hardaway Jr., a great athlete, spotted a seam there and just attacked the defense.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Porter's checked in. Pelicans trail by 9. The shot by Holiday, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
George, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Mavericks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. That free throw good from George. And George drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Misses from short range.
Now, I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
And here's Holiday. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Mavericks, Hardaway is out there with Porter. Then it's Curry, and it's George in at the point. And it's George finishing it off.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Gopane passes to Okafor. To Ingram, 5 on the clock. From deep. And the Pelicans miss again.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That doesn't go either for George.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Copane's shot is off. Dallas leading by 15. Pass to George. Fades. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes.
5 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. It's Curry outside, knocks down the 3 ball.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the...
Kevin, thanks. Now, Shea, regarding the All-Star game, you have been officially voted in for the first time. So what does it feel to have all the support of all these fans around the country?
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Lonzo Ball out there with Hart, and it's Cauley-Stein in at the center. Here's Hart. The pass to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Williamson. Pass to Ingram. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Williamson. Fade away, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The field for the three-point contest is about to be finalized. And I'll tell you, we have some shooters here who are going to make this year's event a very heated competition.
Kevin, it always is. There's more pride involved in the three-point contest than in any other part of All-Star Weekend. Each one of those guys wants to prove they are the best shooter in the world.
Look at George, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And the excitement for this year's three-point contest keeps growing as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. Some amazing shooters in line to take part.
Hard to pick a winner out of that group of contenders, but safe to say it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. It's not going to go for him.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Nice shot from 10 feet out. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Cauley-Stein dishes to Ingram. Over in the corner, Williamson. Ball feeling it out a bit. From deep three-point range. Tries again. Excellent D from Cancer.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense not really a factor.
The 3 from George. Gets the three-pointer to fall. George has got 29 in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Cantor. Porter comes in for Porzingis. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Doncic. The shot's good from Hayes.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so George will bring it up for Dallas. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. it's George finishing it off.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Here's Copane. Outside Holiday. Kicks to Hayes. This one for three. Doesn't go that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to George. Again, the Mavericks score.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Copane. That shot off. Excellent D there from George. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. And that one's good by Porter.
Fleshing out his game more and more. I really like seeing Porter go to work inside.
Ingram against George. And that one's good. Ingram.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Back to George. Jacks up a three. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Hardaway, no good. New Orleans gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. For 3, Copane's shot is off. Dallas has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. The deep 3 from George. Pelicans pull it in. Knocked away. Launches it. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. DeJuan Wright is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees?
Hit. Shooting 1.
And so it's New Orleans with it. Ball with it. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Shoots. And the Pelicans miss again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. That's good from George. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yeah.
So sign me up
with
for that
courtside
job.
seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about
the game,
the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch. There's no doubt. Clock at 6. Here's Hart from deep. Here's Okafor. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Brunson.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Dallas.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And on the year, looking at their record, this game will make it 49 wins.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for George.
And so many times on the defensive end, showed off those quick mitts, jumped all over the opposition and swiped the ball away a number of times.
Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
George against Ball. Excellent D there from George. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on an 18-4 run right now. And it's George finishing it off.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
So, as they get the win, this game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but we have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciate it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Hey, Che.
Yo.
They want you in the press room.
Okay, I'll be in there at 10, all right?
Thanks.
Che, congrats on making the All-Star team.
Thanks, Ted.
So tell me, how does it feel?
Man, it feels like Christmas morning, and you got all those presents underneath the tree, and Mom's cooking bacon and French toast, and everything's exactly how it should be, except I don't eat bacon.
So it feels pretty good then?
Oh, yeah, man. Feels great. Wouldn't you want to be an all-star? That's like every kid's dream right there. That and bringing home the chip. But one thing at a time, you feel me?